Like and
All right,
subscribe.
clap once. Okay.
Can
So,
we get 10 likes?
what I want you to do first is I want you to, so I decided to change this a little bit. So I want you to cross out this part and cross out this part. Okay. So who can read for us the prompt? Who can read the prompt? Austin, thank you.
Analyze how the character setting and or plot supported the development of the theme in the text. Use textual evidence to support your answer.
Perfect. So what this is asking us to do is analyze or look at the character setting plot and how do they support the development of the theme. What does that mean? How they support the development of the theme. You did this in packet 3.
Like, it's saying like how the character setting or plot affects the theme.
Yeah. So it's asking you, how does the characters, how do the setting, how does the plot, how does that help us to understand the theme of the text? So somebody remind me, before we get going any further, what is theme? What is theme? Faith?
It's like a message or life lesson of the story.
Yeah. It's the message of the life lesson in the story. So, when we're talking about orbiting Jupiter, what is the theme of orbiting Jupiter? What is the overall theme? So when we're thinking about orbiting Jupiter, the whole book, what do we think the theme is? It should be in your notebook, in your mini lessons. We already determined it. 2 people know? 3? What is it, Emma?
No matter what the situation is, you can rely on the family.
All right, you guys agree with that? No matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family. All right. So now we want to think about what are some of the ways that the characters support the development of the theme. So what are some of the ways that the characters in Orbiting Jupiter help us to understand the theme? No matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family. What are some ways that the characters help us to understand that theme? Go ahead, Dylan.
Well, if he couldn't rely on his family, and the family is the characters, then the theme wouldn't be good.
Okay, so somebody asked me earlier, should this be specific or should this be broad? What do you guys think? Miranda?
Specific?
Yeah, it should be specific because we have our claim. What part is this in a claim evidence analysis? What do you think we're thinking about right now? What part of claim evidence analysis? Miranda?
Evidence?
The evidence. Is it better to use specific or broad evidence? Specific. Okay, so let's get a little bit more specific. What are some ways that the characters help to develop the theme? Austin?
Jack being there when Joseph was being put down by the bus driver.
Okay. Jack, when bus driver mean notice about that? What I just wrote. Elizabeth?
It's not like a whole sentence, it's just like,
Yeah, it's not a complete sentence. It's very minimal words just to get your point across. Okay? What's another way that the characters helped to develop that theme? Helped us to understand that no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family. Mariah?
when Joseph fell in the lake.
Joe fell in river. Good. Any questions so far? Okay. What is setting? What is setting? I see a couple people using your resources in here. What is setting? Noah?
Time, place.
The time, place, and conditions. So we know the time, we know what that is. We know what the place is. What does it mean for conditions? What does that mean? Jack?
The weather.
Could be the weather.
The events,
What about the events?
like what made the, never mind.
I think you're on the right track.
Maybe like the conflict or emotion.
It's almost like the state of being of the character. So thinking about like Joseph, in the beginning of the book, what was his conditions like? Or what were his conditions like? What were his conditions like before he came to the foster home? Were they good or bad?
Yeah.
Why? Why were they bad? Elizabeth?
He had an abusive father.
He had an abusive father. What are his conditions like now?
Good.
Maybe he's like trusting more people.
Okay, so his conditions are getting better. He's able to trust more people. So what are some ways that the setting supported the development of, no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family? There's a big one. Joseph moves.
To Jack's house.
Okay. Joe moves to Jack's house. What else? What else? Is there anything else that is part of the setting that helped us understand that theme? Austin?
Joseph told Jack and his family what happened between him and
Is that part of the setting? Do you think that that's really the only one that's the best for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can we move on to the next then?
Yes.
Sure. Last one then is the plot. What are some ways that the plot supports, no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family? So what is plot again? What is plot? James, what is plot?
A series of events that one choices.
Good. Series of events in the story. So what are some events in the story that helped us to understand the theme? Miranda?
After learning that Joseph tried to murder a teacher, right? Did that work?
Why?
Because Jack's family, took him in even knowing the fact.
Okay. Jack's fam. Still took Joe in. another plot point or event that supported the development of the theme? What's something else that helped us to understand that no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family? Elizabeth?
So like, Maddie I think that died, and so like, Joseph hasn't like told anyone, so he like opened up to family.
Okay. Joe, open up to fam. About, can I just write M and know who I'm talking about? Is there any other M's in the book? I don't think so, right?
The mom.
Well, yeah. All right, questions right now. Okay, we're gonna go back up to the top. We wanna figure out the best way that the characters setting in the plot support the development of the theme. So we came up with a couple options, but now we wanna think of what is the best. So, Jack, when bus driver is mean to Joe, does that best support that how the character developed the theme of no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family? Or when Joe fell into the river and Jack helped him, does that best support how the characters support the theme? So which one best helps us to understand the theme for characters? I need some different hands up. One or two, which one is the best? I need people who haven't participated yet today. Jay?
One.
Why?
I just feel like it is.
I feel like it is. Okay. Miranda?
I think it's 2.
Why do you think it's 2?
Because it shows that that it's not just Jack who cares about him, but it's also Jack's father and mother.
Okay. I think either one could really work here depending on how you support it. So I think we can pick either one. So I like the way Miranda said it really supports how the whole family, or shows how the whole family supports him. So let's draw an arrow for number 2. If I was creating my own graphic organizer here, could I also like put a star next to 2 or cross out 1? Sure. Okay. This one, for setting. Joe moves to Jack's house. Does that show really, really good how the theme is no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on family? Is that a really good example for that? Or do you think there's one better, now that we're thinking about it? Jay?
There could be one better.
There could be one better, like what?
Like, it shows how they care about him.
Okay. Or how they can rely on them. What do you guys think? Is there any specifics that you can think of? Or should we just cross it on over? Should that be the one?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then lastly, ways that the plot supports the development of the theme. So we're looking at Jack's family still took in Joseph even though they knew about his past. Does that show us that no matter what the situation, you can always rely on family? Or Joseph opening up to the family about Maddie, does that show no matter what the situation is, you can rely on family? Everybody show me on your fingers, a 1 or a 2. Which one do you think is better? 1 or a 2? Somebody who has a 1 up, please tell me why. Why do you think Jack's fam took Joe in still knowing his past? Why is that the better one to show us how the theme developed? Why is that the best? Dylan?
Because, oh, it's the best, because if they didn't take Jack in, or take, Joseph in,
Yep.
then if they didn't take him in, then like none of, like the whole story wouldn't have happened.
Okay. But remember, we're not looking at like, well, the whole story wouldn't have happened. Remember, we're really just trying to prove how, sorry, I forgot the theme. No matter what the situation is, that you can always rely on family. So which one best supports that? Elizabeth?
You know, one, because two, it just seems like Joe is just trusting the family. It doesn't show how the family is reliable.
Oh, okay. I like the way you thought about that. Would you guys agree with that? Okay, so let's use one. All right. Please flip it over. So now we're really just laying it out into the acclaim evidence analysis paper so that when you write it, all you have to do is add those transitions, add those things in, make them complete sentences, but the rest of the work is done for you. So we are going to finish with a claim today, making a claim. So I want somebody to please read for us the prompt. Who can read for us the prompt? Who hasn't participated yet today? Come on. Jonah, read the prompt for us.
Analyze how the character setting and the plot supported the development of the theme in the text. Use textual evidence to support your answer.
Thank you. So what am I trying to prove here? Be very, very careful. What are we trying to prove? What am I trying to prove? Mariah?
How the character setting and plot supported the development of the
Good. The characters, setting, plot support the development of theme. A lot of people there think that we're making a claim about what the theme is. That would be incorrect, because that's not what the prompt is asking us. The prompt is asking us how the character setting and plot support the development of the theme. It's not saying make a claim about the theme. Does that make sense, the difference? So to finish off today, what could be a claim that we could make about this? Who thinks they have a claim? So I want you to take 22 seconds and talk to your table, and each table needs to have a claim, and then give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Go.
The character setting and plot help develop the theme of no matter what the situation is, you always rely on the family. Let's just do the character setting and plot helps support the theme.
Do you guys have one ready?
Yes.
Jonah, I think you're being the only person in the class. Oh,
That was good though, bump it.
oh, you did too. Okay.
The character setting and plot for the development of the theme.
All right, clap once. Clap twice. Somebody tell me, what could be a claim here? What could be a claim? Come on. Ready to draw a card? Alyssa!
Wait, I kind of forgot what we said though.
Talk to your table real quick.
Oh, okay. So the character setting and plot support the development of the theme of no matter what the situation is, you can always rely on your family.
Good. Character setting and plot development of the theme. You were good all the way up to that point. What do you need in a claim? What is it missing there? Claim is what, Noah? It's your opinion. And what else do I need in there? My claim needs to be specific. What do I need? What do I need?
Oh, the name.
The name? Whose name?
Like Jackson, Joe.
Nope, that's for an objective summary.
Oh, right.
Braden?
Title,
And?
author.
You got it.
And page number.
The character, setting, and plot support the development of the theme in Orbiting Jupiter by Gary D. Schmidt. All right. Notice how I didn't add the theme in there, and we're going to talk about why tomorrow. Okay.